Hi boys and girls. Today we are going to learn all about self-portraits. A self-portrait is a picture that you make of yourself. So self means us. Portrait means a picture, so it could be a drawing or a painting. Today we're making drawings, so it's a drawing that you do of yourself. For our self-portrait project, I wore my necklace with the face on it. I thought that might be inspiring for us. So this is a two-part project. Today, you're going to learn how to draw all of your facial features. So that means your eyes, nose, mouth, ears, hair, and your eyebrows. Next week, we are going to add details and accessories, and I'll teach you more about what we're going to do with our self-portraits. And next week, we're going to color them. Today is all about drawing and learning how to draw all of our facial features. So you're going to follow along with me with a paper and a pencil and an eraser, most importantly that eraser in case we make mistakes, and you will follow along as we learn how to draw all of our facial features. So that reminds me, it is okay to make mistakes. It is okay if your drawing does not look exactly like you. My drawings don't even look exactly like me, and I've been practicing for a long time. So it's okay to make mistakes. That's what your eraser is for. I have mine right here because I erase as I go when I make mistakes. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. For my first grade friends, this is the first time you might be learning how to draw your face. Maybe you did it in kindergarten, maybe you didn't. That's okay. Second graders, we did learn this in first grade. And third graders, you remember it from first and second grade. So this is our self-portrait project for this year. We had to change it a little bit since we're going to be at home, but it's going to be really fun. So grab your paper, your pencil, your eraser, and you can follow along with me as we draw our self-portraits. All right, friends, for this project, you need your pencil, your eraser, and your picture, okay, or your piece of paper. So today, we are going to learn how to draw our self-portrait. The first thing we want to do is learn about the proportions of the face, okay? Yes, this picture does look very creepy, I know that, but it does teach us how to lay out where our eyes are, our nose is, and where our mouth is, okay? So you start with an oval. See here, this is my oval to draw the shape of the face. Your eyes are halfway down between your forehead, or the top of your head, and the bottom of your chin. So if you put one hand on the top of your own head right now, and one hand on the bottom of your chinny chin, you'll notice that your eyes come about halfway down. And then we put our eyebrows right above that, okay? Now halfway between our eyes and our chin is where our nose goes. And noses can be kind of tricky, but I'm going to teach you some really simple ways to draw your nose. Then halfway between our nose and our chin, that's where our mouth goes. So halfway between the nose and the chin, that is our mouth. Now there's a few more things we have to lay out. You'll notice we have our ears here. The tops of our ears line up with our eyes, and the bottoms of our ears line up with our noses. That might feel really long, but that is the size of your ears. If you don't believe it, try it out on your own face right now. So put one hand on the top of your ear and line it up with your eyes, and then put your hand on the bottom of your ear, line it up with your nose. You'll see that's exactly where it fits. And now let's talk about our hair. A common mistake people make is only putting hair on the tippy top of their head and not thinking about how it comes down into the forehead. So our hairline is about halfway between the tippy top of our head and our eyes. That's about where our hairline is. So today you're going to follow along with me and learn how to draw the facial features. So let's put this creepy picture away and grab our piece of paper. Okay, so I have my paper here. The first thing I want to start with is an oval for the shape of my face. Okay, so I'm going to start really lightly by drawing an oval. kind of like an upside down egg. Does your oval have to be perfect? No way, Jose. It can be circular, it can be lumpy. That's okay, boys and girls. This is the first time you're drawing a self-portrait. Now that I feel better about my line, I can make it a little darker so that you can see it a little better. Gotta make sure I have my eraser right next to me in case I make any mistakes. Little lumpy there. Want to erase those extra lines. Okay. So you can see the shape of our face is kind of like an upside down egg. Now halfway down is our eyes. So halfway between the top of our head and the chin, that's where the eyes go. How many eyes do we have? JK. We all know we have 2 eyes. So our eyes are going to be a football shape. We're going to space them out, 1 and 2. It can be tricky to make your eyes the same exact size. Like I made mine a little bit bigger over here and a little bit smaller here. So I think I'm going to make this one a little smaller so I can match it. Boys and girls, I want you to keep in mind, I am old and I make mistakes, and that's okay. Now the next thing that we're going to draw is our eyelid. Our eyelid is the skin that is above our eye. And that's what covers our eyes when we blink or when we're sleeping. Okay, so there's our eyelids. The next thing that we're going to draw is our iris. The iris is the colored part of your eye. So when you draw your iris, I want you to think of it as a really round letter U. Or it's like a circle, but the top part is cut off. So a really round letter U. If I'm going too fast, I want you to remember that you can always pause this video, okay? When you pause this video, you can catch up on your drawing, and then you can keep following along with us. After our iris comes our pupil. Our pupil is the black circle in the middle of our eye. Our pupils actually change sizes. So when it's really bright outside, our pupils are really small, and when it's dark, or if we're in a dark room, our pupils get really big so it captures all of the light. Now some of you, I know you like to make your eyes nice, little cutesy, so you like to put a little sparkle in the eye. That's okay if you want to do that. So you can see here some options for your eyes. It's up to you how simple you want to go. So this would be a very simple eye here. This eye has the eyelid. And this eye has eyelashes. In the past, I know boys are funny about drawing eyelashes because they don't want their pictures to look too girly. Your pictures are only going to look girlier if your eyelashes are really long and curly. If you want your eyelashes to just be regular eyelashes, you can always make straight lines. Now that's not what mine look like. Mine are curly, so I'm going to draw some eyelashes on the edges of both eyes, and we can even put some at the bottom. Don't worry about too many. Sometimes when we put too many eyelashes, our eyes look a little scary, so we're not going to worry about too many eyelashes. Now we're going to draw our eyebrows, and our eyebrows go right above our eyes. Eyebrows show emotion. So if we take a look at this paper again, you can see that these are regular happy eyebrows. These eyebrows, what emotion do you think that looks like? I think they look a little bit worried. So when your eyebrows are curved like that, our faces are worried. What about this one? What do you think that face is saying? I think that face is angry. So those are some angry eyebrows. So to draw your eyebrow, it goes right above your eye. You start with a curve like that, and then we want it pointy towards the edges of our face, so it's real skinny, and then it gets wider and wider, and you come around. Okay, let's try that again. So we start with the curve above our eye, whoop, and then it's real skinny and pointy towards the edges of our face, and then we come around and we make it wider. And there you have it. There you have your eyebrows. The next thing we're going to do is our nose. Now our noses are halfway between our eyes and our chin. So halfway between our eyes and our chin. I think that's about right here. So in this spot, I'm going to draw my nose. I'm going to put a little mark there so I remember where to put it. Here are some great options for drawing noses. So it ranges from simple to more detailed. So a real simple nose would be drawing a curve like that. Another really simple nose is drawing it the opposite way. So this would kind of be like a stretched out U. Now some of you draw noses kind of like an L. So this one goes straight down and then across for the bottom of the nose. This one has a little bit more detail. So come down, around, and around again for that nostril there. And then this one is the most detailed. So you draw a line from the eyebrow down to where the nose would go. You make 2 lines or spaces like this, and you can color those in. And then you draw a C shape on the left for your nostril and a backward C on the right for your other nostril. It's totally up to you how detailed you want your picture to be. I think for mine, I'll make mine a little bit more simple. So I like to do it kind of like that curly L. So I'm going to start by my eyebrow, come down, around, and a little curve for the nostril. And then I can erase my little mark where I marked where my nose is going to be. Now it's time to draw our mouth. Our mouth is halfway between our nose and our chinny chin chin. So I'm going to make a little mark for my mouth. That's about halfway between the nose and the mouth. Right now it kind of looks like a funny face, like she's hiding something, but that's just our mark. Now here are the options for our mouth. This one has more curvy lips. This one's a little bit more straight. And this one's if you want to show your teeth. I know a lot of people don't really want to show their teeth when they're drawing their self-portrait, but in my opinion, I think that's what makes them extra cute, especially since you guys have been losing your teeth. I love when you share that you lost your teeth. So that would be a great way to show off which of your teeth that you lost. So I think I'm going to do just a regular mouth. How about this one here? Okay, so the first thing I like to start with is a curve. I like to do my curve for the middle of my lips right here. Okay, so that's the line between our top lip and our bottom lip. I can erase that little mark. Now for our top lip, we pretend that it's a really stretched out letter M. So starting at the corner of your mouth, come across, up, down, and across. Now for our bottom lip, it's like a really stretched out letter U. So it's a really wide curve. Don't forget, you can totally pause this video and give yourself a chance to catch up. So I'm going to draw a curve from here to here. All right, so there we have our lips. Remember, if you want to add your teeth, all you have to do is make this section bigger, and then you can do lines going down, a line going across, and then color in all the spaces where you lost a tooth. So if you lost your 2 front teeth, then you would color in both of these spaces, okay? Now it's time for our ears. Our ears, does anyone remember where they line up? So the top of our ears line up with our eyes, the bottom of our ears line up with our nose. So I'm going to make a little mark here, little mark here, a little mark here, and here. I want to make sure they're even on both sides. Remember, it's okay to make mistakes. They don't have to be perfect. Now, if we did regular letter C's for our ears, we are going to end up looking like monkeys, and we're not monkeys, so we don't want to make our ears really big letter C's. Instead, I want you to make a really skinny letter C, skinny and long. So I start here at this mark, and I make a long, skinny letter C, and then come back up. See how much skinnier that is from where my line used to be? We don't want to draw our monkey people. So now on the other side, we're not going to do a regular letter C, because that would be weird. We want to do a backwards letter C. So starting at the top mark, come up, down, and back up. And there we have our other ear. Now if you want to add more details, like the cartilage in your ear, you could always add a curve. You can always add earrings if you want. You can get really creative. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is add my neck. Okay, so I like to start about right here, and then I come down, right here, come down. Right now, look how bald this face is. We need to add some hair. But first, let's finish off our neck and our shoulders. So to draw the collar of your shirt, you just draw a curve from one side of your neck to the other one. And then starting here at the bottom of your neck, now we're going to draw our shoulders. So starting here, I'm going to come across and down, across and down. Okay, now it's time for Mr. Baldy to have, or I should say Mrs. Baldy to have some hair. Remember, our hairline is halfway between the tippy top of our head and our eyes. So let's take a look at the different options you can do for hair. Okay, boys and girls, today my hair is curly, so if I'm drawing curly hair, I want to draw wavy lines like this, or curved lines to show that it's curly. Boys, if you have short curly hair, you would draw little curves across the top of your head and across your forehead. Now if your hair is straight or wavy, then you can make your lines wavy. We know what a wavy line looks like. If you have bangs, you can do kind of like a zigzag line across the top of your forehead, right above your eyebrows. That's what your bangs would look like. And then if you have long hair, you could always put it in a ponytail or into pigtails. Or maybe your hair is down. In that case, you would draw it down like this, and I always add a little zigzag line for the bottom of the hair so it looks more natural. Okay? Now let's take a look at this creepy proportion drawing again. Okay? So this is how you would do short hair. Start up by your ears, come up about halfway from the top of your head to your eyes, and you do zigzag, zigzag, zigzag across your forehead and down by your ears. Now, our hair isn't stuck to the top of our head like this. Our hair grows from our head. So now, to draw the top of your hair, your line needs to go above this line, okay? So zigzag, zigzag, zigzag all around the top of your head, and then you erase this line. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do it if your hair is longer. So my hair is wavy-ish, curly-ish today, so I'm going to show you how to draw that kind of hair. Remember, if your hair is curly, you make short, little, curvy lines. If your hair is straight, then you do long, straight lines. Okay? So since I'm a girl and I have long hair, I'm going to start with the part in my hair. The part in my hair is on this side. So I like to make a line so it overlaps the tippy top of my skull like this. So I'm going to start at the bottom of this line, and I'm going to draw some wavy lines down to the ear. And then let's pretend my hair is tucked behind my ears. So now I'm going to draw a wavy line, wavy line, wavy line. Now let's go back up to the top of my part line, and I'm going to come around, wavy, 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 wavy. Okay? Now, let's do the other side of my hair. Even though that's a cool hairstyle, maybe I should consider that. Okay, now let's go from the bottom of the part, wavy line down to the other ear. And then let's start under our ear. Again, we're going to pretend my hair is tucked behind my ears. And we're going to do a wavy line down and across. And let's go back up to the top of that line. Wavy, 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 wavy. And I'm going to meet it down there. Now there's a couple lines we need to erase. We're not seeing our skull anymore because there's hair covering it. So that's the first line I need to erase. Good thing I drew really light and not too dark so I can erase all my lines. Okay? If you erase anything important, you can always put it back in there. Oh, and you can add some details like where your hair is coming from your part. And now there's a couple other lines we need to erase. We need to erase parts of our neck where it's hidden behind our hair, and we need to erase parts of our shoulder where our hair is overlapping it. So I'm going to start with those shoulder lines. So it looks like my hair is above my shoulder. And then I can erase parts of my neck where my hair is covering. Now if you want to add more detail, like some wavy lines, or if you have really curly hair, maybe you want to draw some curly cues, that's fine. So that adds a little bit more detail. Boys and girls, this is as much as we're going to do today. So just keep your drawing in pencil. You don't have to do Sharpie or a marker or crayons or color pencils, anything yet. Next week, I'm going to show you how we're going to color our faces. So next week, you are going to have a couple options with your self-portrait. Either you can make a royal self-portrait where you turn yourself into a queen or a king or a princess and you add a crown and anything fancy. That's one option. Another option is doing a grown-up self-portrait. So second graders, you remember doing this kind of last year. So we read a book called When I Grow Up, and it makes you think about all the different things you can be when you grow up. Well, when I was growing up, I always wanted to be an art teacher. So I drew myself as an art teacher. I'm wearing an art shirt. I put fun accessories like paintbrushes in my hair. I'm wearing my art palette earrings, and I tried to draw myself in the art room. The blue chair is in the background, the board and smartboard is in the background, and here's the carpet. So again, this is just thinking about what we're going to do for next week, okay? Today, all I want you to do is draw your best version of the picture of yourself, okay? Remember, it only has to be in pencil, and you don't have to send me anything this week, okay? Boys and girls, this is a two-part project. So today is the drawing. You don't have to send me anything this week, and then next week we'll color it and we'll add all kinds of details, and that is when you'll send me your picture. Okay, good luck drawing. Remember, we're still going to do our Google Hangouts on Thursday. So first graders, 12 to 12:30, second graders, 1 to 1:30, and third graders, 2 to 2:30. If you want to hang out with me, and if you need any help drawing your facial features. I know the hair especially can be a little tricky. So if you would like me in our Google Hangouts to show you how to do these styles a little bit more in detail, don't worry. Just bring your drawing to our Google Hangout and I can teach you some more ways to draw the hair if you need additional help. Boys and girls, I cannot wait to see your drawings. Good luck, and don't hesitate to email me or ask me questions on our Google Hangout if you have any questions. I miss you. I hope you had an awesome spring break, and I can't wait to see you this week on our Google Hangout.